Hello friends, happy 2019. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be making a vision slash gratitude board. Now I've never made one of these vision boards, but I have seen them online and I've seen a lot of YouTubers making them as well. I do have specific goals that I want to achieve this year, and I'm hoping that this vision board is going to help me get focused, motivated, and inspired. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and make my board. This is obviously a very personal project, so I'm going to be decorating it, to my liking. But hopefully it can give you some ideas on, creative things that you could do on the board. And then at the end of the video, I will talk more in depth about the categories that I focused on and the specific goals that I want to achieve. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is my vision slash gratitude board. As you saw, I used chalkboard paint in the middle because I want to be able to write on the board. I want to write down 3 things that I'm grateful for every day. And then that way too, I can take some time to meditate on the goals that I set out for myself on the border here. So I focused on 4 categories. I have my family goals here on the left, health at the bottom, arts and craft on the right, and then learning at the top. I'll just tell you about the specific goals that I put down. I'll start off with the family side here. So this little guy represents my son, and I gave him a little book here because I want to read 4 books every night to him. I do read to him often, but not every day. And the last 2 months I kind of slacked, so that's why I'm making that a goal of mine. Then next I have this little outdoor scenery. this is mine and my son's fingerprints. And when my husband is back in town, I'm going to make sure that he puts his fingerprint as well. But this is my goal of trying to get out more. When my husband is gone, I want to try and get out at least 3 times a week. I'm saying 3 times a week because right now we're in winter and I don't drive. So when it's really cold, I really, it's just not safe for me to take my son out. But when it's nice out, I really want to try and get outside. And then when my husband is in town, I want us to have at least one family outing per week. We do go out a lot, but a lot of the time when my husband's here, we're running around doing errands. And that's not really family time. So that's why I put that down on the board. And then here I have a little chef with a lovely chicken or turkey. I don't know what that is. But yeah, this is because I want to learn 5 new recipes. I'm not a very good cook. I don't even really like cooking, to be honest. But it's something important and that I really want to get good at. When I was a kid, my mom always had home-cooked meals. We always ate at the table, and that's where we kind of talked and laughed and, learned what we all did during the day. So I want to bring that into my house, which is why I need to learn how to cook better. Next up is this little heart that I cut out from a greeting card. And this was a quote in the greeting card as well. A wish that your life together as husband and wife will grow sweeter day by day. So I just want a date night, just me and my husband, once a week. Life can get really busy. And so I feel like one date night a month is doable. And we can easily write that in the calendar. So that's it for the family goals. Now we go on to health. So I have here some green veggies. I want to eat 1 big bowl of veggies every day. I've had a pretty horrible diet pretty much my whole adult life. And now that I'm getting older, I'm definitely seeing the negative side effects of not eating well. So I definitely need to clean up my diet, and I'm going to start doing that by eating more vegetables. I also want to start working out minimum 3 times a week. So that's why I have this lovely lady here. Then over here, I have no social media 3 nights a week. I'm a night owl. I've always been a night owl. I'm not somebody who can just close my eyes and go to sleep right away. It usually takes me a couple hours. But the last few years, I feel like I've been getting even less sleep because I go on my phone when I can't fall asleep and then I'm staying up even longer. So I need to cut that out. I'm going to start off by trying to do it 3 nights a week. If I can do more, I'm going to do more. That's why that's there. And then over here, I want some me time once a month. Go out for a long walk, go to the mall, or just grab a cup of coffee. I just need some alone mommy time. Now we move on to the arts and crafts. So over here, I wrote down 3 businesses that do art prints. I've been saying for a few years now that I want to get art prints and then try and get into a arts and craft fair, but I haven't done it. And this year, I feel like it's going to be my year. So that's why I wrote these down to remind myself to get those darn prints done. And then over here, this is one of my business cards. And I drew a little frame around it so it looks like it's hanging and it's being displayed. Because I want to see if I can get some of my artwork displayed at some of the local businesses where I live. There's a couple coffee shops that display and sell local artwork. And I just want to see if I can get in on that action. So, yeah. Next up, I have a dime and a nickel because I want to try and put some money aside that I can use to buy local arts and crafts, things that I can give out as gifts. That way I'm supporting local artists, but I'm also, giving out some more thoughtful and unique presents. So I'm aiming for around $200 to start. We'll see. And then over here, I have some sketches, doodles, drawings, because I want to try and complete 8 original artworks. I'm a very slow painter. I find that I spend a lot of time on little tiny details that really nobody else notices. And because of that, yeah, it just takes me a long time to finish one painting. I also always want to do big giant paintings, and that doesn't help. So yeah, so I'm going to work small, do smaller paintings, smaller illustrations, and hopefully that's going to help speed up the process and I can finish the 8 pieces this year. And then lastly, we have the learning section. So over here, there's this young lady reading some books. I want to read at least 5 books this year. As I said before, I used to be an avid reader. I have not been the last few years, and I need to fix that. So yeah, 5 books this year. Then over here, as you can see, there's some music notes. I want to try and discover new music. I used to love doing that, just going on YouTube and then getting lost in the sea of music and discovering like new songs or new bands. So yeah. Also, I want to listen to more music that's not on YouTube. A lot of the time when I'm cleaning or working on my art, I have the TV on with YouTube in the background, which does play music, but also a lot of other random videos. So yeah, so I want to try and turn off the TV and either just have the radio playing or I want to listen to like my CDs. I have tons of CDs, so I should listen to them. Then over here, I wrote down consume inspirational content. I like to watch a lot of dark, creepy horror content. You know, I like murder mysteries, like creepy, what do you call, creepy conspiracy theories, and obviously horror movies. And I won't stop watching that kind of stuff, but I also want to counter it with some, you know, more positive, motivational content, things that uplift me and make me feel good. So yeah, so that's why I wrote that there. And then over here, I wrote down that I want to attend, you know, some events that maybe have a little bit more substance, that make me think or teach me something. So I just wrote down 3 examples. So I can go to either an art exhibit, Pacha event. I went to one a couple years ago with some of my friends and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to see if they go again this year. And then also museums. I can go to a museum. So yeah, so that's it for what's on my board. The paper flowers. So I put them on here because they're very pretty and they make the board look very nice. But also because even though I'm not going to be taking any custom orders this year, I still want to make paper flowers that I can sell as is. I want to get it done before the wedding season begins, so hopefully I can have some done by spring. So yeah, so that's why I put some paper flowers on my board. But yeah, that's it for my board. If you guys are making one for yourself, I hope that I gave you some ideas on the type of goals you can put down for yourself, as well as like, you know, creative ways of making your board. So yeah, so that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care and